A warm welcome to Anuradha Vedic Astrology. Today we are going to talk about the results of Saturn and Venus in each other's period. But before that, a big thanks to all of you for liking, sharing and subscribing to our YouTube and Spotify channels and writing in your comments and suggestions there. If you haven't subscribed to us, please do, and do remember to press the bell icon so that you can get the updates ASAP. Generally, when we talk about Saturn and Venus, we know that they are friends par excellence. They give very good results in each other's houses. It is also understandable because their lagnas, in their respective lagnas, the other one acts as the Yoga Karaka. So, whenever there is a Saturn Dasha and a Venus Antardasha, or a Saturn Antardasha, Venus Pratyantara, and vice versa, we understand or we are given to understand that they will give excellent results. When we experience and see things to the contrary, we are taken aback. Why does it happen like that? How can it matter like that? Well, there is an anomaly, this Saturn giving results in Venus and Venus giving results in Saturn. Well, Saturn giving results in Venus's period and Venus giving results in Saturn period. There is a difference, there is an anomaly. What is that difference? That is something we need to know and understand. So, how do we work there? Well, generally it is seen as per Uttar Kalamrita, it is very well stated, but we will go to that later. When we have Saturn placed in 1, 4, 7, 10 or the Trikonas, and so is Venus placed like that. We are very happy because we understand that Saturn and Venus's period or Venus and Saturn's period will give very good results, but we experience differently. And so, we are now bound to go back to the classics, search for an anomaly. Is there something that says why it is not happening like that? Well, we need to hit on to Uttar Kalamrit, where in the Dashafal Khand, Kalidas ji has very well mentioned it, stating that when Saturn and Venus, they have their periods within each other, they are bound to give good results if and only if certain criteria are satisfied. So, what are those criteria? First and foremost, we need to understand that Saturn and Venus must be owners of houses which are akarak or which are not so good houses. That is, they must own 6, 8, 12 houses. In addition, there is a lot of chance that the third house is also given that value or being added to 6, 8, 12 in terms of not being so good. Again, they must also be placed in 6, 8, 12 houses from each other, or they must be placed in those 6, 8, 12 houses. So, it is believed that if they are placed such, owner of such houses, then they give excellent results. Just to reiterate, it is not their placement together in the good houses, but in the placement, their placement in the not so good houses that produces excellent results. So, let us see an example and see how this works. I am taking up the chart of Rekha Ganeshan. She is a very famous actress in Bollywood. So, what does her chart say? Her chart is of Sagittarius Lagna, where Venus becomes the lord of the 6th and the 11th houses. So, one criteria is that Venus becomes the lord of the 6th house. Now, Saturn becomes the lord of the 3rd house. So, we find that the lordship criteria is kind of resolved. Let us see their placement and their placement with respect to each other. Saturn is exalted in the 11th house. Again, not a Kendra or a Trikona or not such a great house. So, partial it is done. And Venus is placed in the 12th house. What more, it is placed in the second to Saturn, such that Saturn and Venus are placed in 2 12 houses. These criteria are very much satisfied in the chart of Rekha as we see. It is during the period of Saturn and Venus when she got a very good platform in terms of Sawan Bhado, which was her first release, which was her release in Hindi cinema that made her popular, which made her come to the forefront as an Bollywood actress. So, when we look into the charts of people who have great placements of Saturn, we may not be able to predict their Saturn-Venus placement well and their results well. But when Saturn and Venus are not well placed in each other's period, they tend to give great results. Do let us know how this dictum works in your chart and the charts of people around you. Till we meet with you again, stay safe.
Please hit the bell icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.